Hello and welcome to chapter number 19 of Mass Communication NIS 335. And today's chapter is a very common word used in advertising agency called public relation or PR simply. PR is when you do a promo, when you build a brand, celebrities do PR, companies do PR. PR is governments do PR, Olympics, if you want FIFA World Cup. So many areas is what public relation is all about. Now the concept of PR is two-way, right? This is how a message is. So you are creating an interest, and then you are creating interest between two distinct organizations. So what is PR? It's a two-way communication between what? An organization, which could be a person itself, a celebrity, and its public, the audience. So think of like Instagram and the followers. It's a PR medium again, right? And the purpose of PR is to change the mindset of public in a certain direction. They want them to find, that particular celebrity cool. They want the government to feel, okay, they're doing very good growth. They want the company to feel, shareholders feel very proud. So the stock market goes up. All of this is what PR is all about. So the key word here, and remember the word influencer, it is about influencing people. But one of the key things is using ethical means. You're not using anything unethical. So example of PR would be a hospital would need patients, a merchant would need customers. It could be, DMart, Reliance Fresh, it could be Big Bazaar, it could be Big Basket online. Schools need students, TV needs viewers. All of this is a part of PR. Now, when I tell you PR, what are the key areas? Three, areas that PR involves progressively what we talk about. So number one is three A's. Think of three A's. Awareness. So the message should reach, I'm doing a PR telling, oh, look, Daud sir is doing an NIS, free sessions around. So please listen to it. So that's a PR. Number two, acceptance. So the public should agree that the message is right. Oh, yes, yes, the sessions are good. And then there's an action. I expect you to read this, to listen to this and mark in your own chapters so that you are able to study well. You don't have to go back to the notes because this 10 minutes would be enough for per chapter. Quickly, in text questions, let's fill it up. So dash and public relation are linked to each other. Well, simple communication and public relationship. PR is what is it? It's a receiver control message. As long as the receiver receives it well, only then it is important. The most important aspect of public relation is to focus on what? Well, as the word is public. So that is the whole thing, right? Public relationship is a two-way. You don't even think about it. And finally, the target group that a political meet has to focus is, of course, political meet, it has to be the voters, and they do a lot of work in the voters' ID card and everything around it. So now, how did the PR start in India? Well, trust me, the king of PR in India would be India's freedom movement. Gandhiji bought so much from salt satyagraha to Khadi movement, and that is what we're talking about. Outstanding example of getting the whole country together is Gandhiji's marches and his effort, and that is what we're looking into PR. Today, I know one of the great examples in today's time is Sadhguru's Rally for River, Save Our Soil. He's doing some amazing work creating environmental awareness. This is what PR is. Indian Railways started the public relationship with all the work, all the facilities they provide. Our food is good, our work is good. So these are the areas we are looking into PR. India started its first PR during World War One, which is where coincided with our freedom movement, and then it took a lot of precedence as we go ahead. Now, there is a special ministry for this information called Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So, what does it do? Well, it talks about information, it talks about broadcasting, as the name suggests, and then it also does film. Even censor board comes under it. There's a lot of names that are under it. I will not ask you to remember all of it, but basically think of AIR, All India Radio, or Doordarshan, Film Division. We spoke about some newspaper archives, so we can take about newspapers. So these are some names. You don't have to remember all of them. As I said, just basic things that you remember. It will be useful, and especially in small in-text questions we talk about. Like AIR is for radio. We know that. Doordarshan is for television. NFAI, National Film Association Institute, is for films. Something like that. Some of the key governmental PR agencies are PIB, which is Press Bureau Information or Press Information Bureau. Remember, as the name suggests, it is all about newspapers, who publishes what, is it approved, is it not approved. So, we've got a lot of newspapers in India. In Mumbai, it's the Times of India has the Mumbai edition, the Sunday edition. All of these will be covered and government under this. So, there is a question that think of a media unit. and all the mass media that you can talk about. So you can write these media units. Remember these. So All India Radio, Doordarshan, Film Division, PIB, and remember 4 or 5, and that should be perfectly good enough. Now, as I quickly go, as you know, this is a quick understanding of these short chapters, and I want you to understand that these are very easy ones to remember, not difficult. What are the types of PR that you do? Remember EIE, information, education, and entertainment. Now, we want to create goodwill. You want to create good program around. So there can be, number one, a very concept of product PR. So let's say a company has a lot of product. Tata launched its EV vehicle. So this is called a product PR. They are telling the importance of EV, how environmental friendly it is, how beautiful the car is. Also, the impact it will create, the sustainable work that you're doing about. And that is what, so Tata has a car called Punch, or so the product, it's a product. So this is a product PR that we are talking about. In product PR, there'll be exhibitions, there will be displays, there'll be special events, there'll be media conferences, and there'll also be pamphlets and brochures that will be distributed. Then there is an employee PR. What's in the employee PR? A company wants to have the employee feel they're part of the bigger organization, not Twitter. They're laying off a lot of people. But what will a company do? It will give bonuses, it will have picnics, it will have cash prizes, it will have incentive for families, it will do a sports day, somebody is retiring, there'll be a big event. So all of this is part of company employee retention, employee PR. Then there is government and political reason. So there are campaigns, right? So there is a campaign against pollution, campaigns against COVID vaccine. Political parties are talking about how good they did. All of this is a part of the PR processes that we know. And finally, one thing I really like about community PR. So what we are living in a big area. I live in an area called Navi Mumbai. So in a community, there might be setting up something like parks or public libraries or having cricket matches locally. All these require, or there is a relief camp happening. These require some PR work, and this is all that you need to know. I hope it's a simple chapter. Quickly you record it, you learn it,